Waqia of Hazrat Nooh, the Prophet of Patience and Obedience. Hazrat Nooh is one of the greatest prophets of Allah and the first Rasool messenger sent to humanity. His story is a powerful lesson of patience, faith, obedience, and the consequences of disbelief. Allah sent Hazrat Nooh to guide a nation that had fallen deeply into idol worship and corruption. The condition of his people after the time of Hazrat Adam, people slowly moved away from the worship of Allah. They began worshipping idols such as Wad, Suwa, Yaghuth, Yak, and Nasr. These idols were originally names of righteous people, but over time, Shaitan misled the people into worshipping them. Allah chose Hazrat Nooh to call his people back to Tawheed, oneness of Allah. He was a humble servant of Allah with a pure heart and strong faith. Invitation to Islam. 950 years of dawah. Hazrat Nooh preached to his people for 950 years. He invited them day and night, openly and secretly, with wisdom and kindness. He warned them of Allah's punishment and promised forgiveness and blessings if they returned to the right path. He said to them that if they worshipped Allah alone, Allah would send rain, increase their wealth, bless their children, and forgive their sins. However, instead of listening, the people mocked him, insulted him, and accused him of being misguided. Very few people believed in him, mostly the poor and weak. The leaders and wealthy rejected him and said, "We see you as nothing but a man like us." Mockery and rejection. As years passed, the people became more arrogant. They placed their fingers in their ears and covered their faces so they would not hear his message. They mocked Hazrat Nooh and threatened him. Even his own wife was among the disbelievers and betrayed him by supporting the enemies of Islam. This was a great test for Hazrat Nooh, yet he remained patient and steadfast. The command to build the ark. When Allah revealed that no more people would believe, He commanded Hazrat Nooh to build a great ark ship under his guidance. Hazrat Nooh began building the ark on dry land far from the sea. The people laughed and said, "Have you become a carpenter now? Where is the water?" But Hazrat Nooh replied that soon they would know who was truly misguided. The great flood. When Allah's command arrived, water began to burst from the earth and rain poured from the sky. Allah ordered Hazrat Nooh to board the ark with the believers, pairs of animals, male and female. As the flood rose, mountains were covered and everything drowned. The tragic test. His son Hazrat Nooh had a son who was a disbeliever. When the flood began, Hazrat Nooh called out to him to board the ark. His son replied arrogantly that he would take shelter on a mountain. Hazrat Nooh warned him that there was no protection from Allah's command. A wave came between them and his son drowned. This was one of the most painful moments in the life of Hazrat Nooh. Allah taught him that faith, not blood relations, defines success. End of the flood. After the disbelievers were destroyed, Allah commanded the earth to swallow its water and the sky to stop raining. The ark came to rest on Mount Judy. Hazrat Nooh and the believers disembarked safely. Allah made Hazrat Nooh the father of humanity's later generations. As humanity continued through his descendants, lessons from the life of Hazrat Nooh. Patience in dawah brings reward, even if results are small. Truth is not measured by numbers. Obedience to Allah saves, disobedience destroys. Family. Tis cannot save without faith. Allah's punishment is severe, but His mercy is greater. Hazrat Nooh remained firm for centuries, teaching us that success lies in obedience to Allah, not in worldly approval. May Allah grant us patience like Hazrat Nooh and protect us from disbelief. Ameen.